Good morning guys, it's Friday the 15th of January and here's today's starter. As normal, pause the screen, have a go at it, and when you're ready we're going to move on to the answers. Make sure you've hit pause and looking at the answers in 3, 2, 1. There we are. Pause your screen to give yourself a mark. Remember, a tick if you've got it and a dot if not. Okay, moving on to today's lesson focus. Today we're looking at the perimeter of a rectangle, and we started to unpick this yesterday when we looked at how to find perimeter on a grid. I'm hoping you all remember what perimeter means, and I hope you all noticed something about the perimeter of this rectangle that we looked at yesterday morning as well. Perimeter is the distance around a shape, and the special thing about this rectangle, the thing I wanted you to notice, is that it's worth the same on its opposite sides. So for example, if I look at this side, is 5, could be 5 kilometres, 5 centimetres, we'll assume it's 5 metres. This side is 5 metres, and the opposite side is also 5 metres. They're the same size. And if we look at the top and bottom, the top is 12 and the bottom is 12. They're the same size as well, and that's one of the key things about a rectangle. It has two pairs of matching sides. Okie dokie. So, perimeter is the length around a closed 2D shape, but rectangles are special because we can work out its perimeter only knowing a few of the sides. So here's my rectangle, and I could count all of the squares like we did yesterday, putting my line through the boxes, or I could just count the first two sides, because I know if this top side is 5 centimetres, then the bottom side has to match it. The bottom side has to be 5 centimetres as well. And if I know the right side is 4 centimetres, I know the other side has to match it and be 4 centimetres. And then I just need to add those numbers up to find my perimeter. So let's have a little look. So now I've got all my sides, I can start to add them. So 5, add 4, add 5, add 4. And that's going to give me 18 centimetres. I could add up my 5s first to make 10 and then add my 4s to get 8, put them together to get 18. I could add them in this order, so 5 add 4 is 9, add 5 is 14, add 4 is 18. It doesn't matter, it's commutative. I can add it up whatever way works best for me. Now these are the things we know about a rectangle, and I'm sure lots of you came up with these during the starter. A rectangle is a 2D shape, it's flat. It has 4 sides. All of the sides of a rectangle are straight lines. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides. That means the sides go in the same direction up and the same direction across. It has opposite sides that are equal, and we just looked at that as well. The top and bottom will be the same, the right and the left will be the same as each other. If all the sides were equal, it would be a square. So it's just the opposite sides of a rectangle that are equal. So here's my rectangle. Don't be confused just because it's tilted on its side. It is still a rectangle. It's got 4 corners, 4 sides. It's got opposite sides that are going to be equal. And you can see I've got the top side, which is worth 2 centimetres, and the right side, which is worth 6 centimetres. So would I be right to say that the perimeter is 8 centimetres, because 2 add 6 is 8? Is that correct? Have I measured the distance all the way around the shape? No, I haven't. I've forgotten to include the opposite sides. These sides are missing their label, but it's really easy to work them out. If we know that the right side is 6, we know that the left side is 6. If we know that the top is 2, we know that the bottom is 2. And now we can add up all 4 of our sides. 6 add 2, add 6, add 2, and we'll get 16 centimetres. That's the perimeter of our shape. Okay, here's another rectangle now. The top side is labelled 6 centimetres and the left side is labelled 2 centimetres. We know, because we're very, very smart and we know about rectangles now, that the bottom is going to match the top and be 6. And we know the right is going to match the left and be 2. So we know we're going to have 2 lots of 6 and 2 lots of 2 to add up. When we add them like this, we get 16 centimetres, but we could add them in a different way. We could put our 2 lots of 6 together and put our 2 lots of 2 together, and then add them. 6 times 2 is 12, 2 times 2 is 4, 12 add 4 is 16. I could do pairs, so 6 add 2 is 8, and I'm doing that twice. So 8 add 8, 8 times 2 also gives us 16. No matter which way we do it, we get the same answer. So it's a really good way to check your answer. Try and do it a different way to make sure you still get the same one and your calculation is correct. Here we've got some rectangles and we need to match them up with the right perimeter. And first of all, I'm just going to have a little look at them. So this one, we've got the top and the side, that's 4 and 5, okay. This one is 3 and 2. This one is 5, and these little lines here are telling me that all of the sides are equal, which makes this shape special. It's not just a rectangle, it's a square. All the sides are the same. That's going to give me a hint now, because if all the sides are the same, that means I'd have 1 lot of 5, 2 lots of 5, 3 lots of 5, 4 lots of 5. And when I look down here, I can see this box has 4 lots of 5, which equals 20. So this perimeter and this shape match up. Let's have a look at the others. 5 times 2 is 10, 9 times 2 is 18. Let's see if any of these shapes match up with that. So 4 add 5 is 9, and if I fill in those missing sides, I would have 2 lots of 9. 4 add 5 is 9, 4 add 5 is 9 on this side, 9 add 9 is 18. So this shape and this perimeter match up. I'll look at my last one. I know it's got to match up over here, but let's just check. 3 add 2 is 5. We know this side is 3 and this side is 2. That's another 5. 2 lots of 5 are 10. They do match up. There we are. If you need to pause the video and replay that to understand what I've done, feel free to. And there's our answers, just as we said. Now, I've got a shape here, and I only know one side. It's not a square, not all of the sides are the same. I know this side is 5 centimetres, and I know it's going to add up to 18 centimetres. Terry the turtle thinks it's 13 centimetres, but he's made a mistake. He knows he's made a mistake, but he doesn't know how to fix it. My advice to Terry, and my advice to you, would be let's look at the information we've got and work back. If we know that this side is 5, we know that the opposite side is 5. And together they're going to add up to make 10. So we know that this side and this side add 10, make 18. I know that 18 take away 10 is 8. So this side and this side added together are going to be 8. Now what's 8 split into 2? 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this top side must be 4 and this bottom side must be 4. Let's just check and see that I'm right. 5 add 5 is 10. 4 add 4 is 18, and that's the perimeter we should have, so we know we're correct. I'm going to ask you to have a go at some perimeter questions. Now you'll be finding the perimeters of some different rectangles today. Make sure you always check what you're measuring in, whether it's centimetres, metres or kilometres. A couple of you have been really worried that you've been getting questions wrong on the quiz, even though you know they're right. I have put a little reminder at the top of the quiz to explain, but basically the way that it works is the quiz will look for one answer to mark correct, and if your answer looks even a little bit different, it thinks it's wrong. We always come and check the quizzes afterwards, so we'll always give you the right mark. The only mark you need to worry about is the mark that we, your teachers, give you out of 3. Just like in school, 1 is our red group, so it means you've tried really hard, but it's still a bit tricky for you today. That's okay. 2 is your yellow group. So you've tried really hard, you've got most of it right, but a couple of mistakes. And 3 is green, you're good to go. You've got the idea and you're really secure in your knowledge. So please, please don't worry if it marks it wrong and you know it's right. We'll always come and check it and we'll always give you the mark that you deserve for your hard work. If you are finding something really tricky and you are getting completely the wrong answer, that's fine as well. Just reach out and ask the teachers and I'll work through a couple of the problems with you to give you the right idea. Take care and good luck.